Live.
We'll give
Thunder
her a
Mountain
sec.
Slayerz on YouTube.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Ooh.
It's been a it's been an interesting week. Last weekend we had our guy Steve Martin.
Yeah,
Let me make sure
Steve was on.
you. Let me make
Make
sure
sure you can
you
hear me.
are. Yeah, I was gonna say
My audio on? Because you do that quite a bit. You know that, right, DJ?
I do. I'm really bad at it.
How do we check that? How are you gonna check that, DJ? Hey, Oscar, buddy.
Can you turn on your audio on your computer and listen? If you can hear yourself, I guess. I don't know.
Can I hear myself?
Oh
Check
no, I
that.
can hear you.
How do
I
you
see
check
you
that,
on.
DJ?
I see
Boom.
you on the monitor, so we should be good.
We good. We're good. I
Yeah.
heard me on my computer too, so we're good.
Okay, we're good. Yeah. So last weekend I had Steve Martin on. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. I was
Yeah.
trying to make it as
You were
lively as I
poking the
possibly
bear.
could, but
You were poking and we saw you poking too.
I
I'm
was
like,
like,
don't feed into it. Don't look at the comments.
come
And
on,
you,
DJ."
he's funny.
But you ended on a high because you went and checked out Dave Nerona's little video. That's freaking hilarious.
Dude, that was so funny.
Uh,
So
yeah,
funny. Um,
I don't know
yeah.
where that guy comes up. And first off, when he gets the time to do that, let alone comes up with it.
Yeah,
All right,
that's true. Yeah. He's good though.
he's freaking hilarious. What's Steve gonna do in retaliation? Anything? Because that's not like two videos that Steve hasn't retaliated with.
He's cooking up something, I bet.
Yeah,
We'll see. We'll see.
I hope so.
He hasn't asked me to film anything yet, so I don't know, but I bet something's coming.
You got to do something.
Yeah. So the cool thing, I figured it out.
Well,
Check
I'm
this out.
excited. You say you got it figured out.
I
Let's
did.
see if you actually got it figured out.
To our viewers, I figured out how we can look at websites.
That's
Um,
cool.
not sure if you guys can, well, you guys should be able to see this.
The whole
Um,
plan is so that they can see it,
yeah.
so that they can see what we're talking about, right?
So what we're looking at here is my race
Ooh,
results this weekend.
dude, it's there. I
I
can
got
see it.
I got 43rd in my class. Not our greatest.
43rd. You're
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
You're not supposed to do how old you are, buddy.
I'm not even that old yet.
Oh shoot.
It was a weekend though, man. Like we
43rd.
had some
That's
battles.
not like you, DJ. It's not
Yeah,
like
like
you.
last year, 10th, dude. I 10th, and we were leading the race last year for more than half of it. Like
Yeah.
we crushed it last year.
What
This
happened?
year though, this year I had a little bit different team. So last year, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this race. We're dirt bike racing. I
I
know
was snow blowing, you were dirt biking, and you
we're in the middle
were
of sled
in the desert.
season, and
I'm
I'm
snow
messing around
blowing,
on
and who
dirt
got more
bikes.
sun? Look who got more
It's
sun this weekend.
it's true. I
Look at
was in
this.
Mesquite.
Look at
I was
this.
in. That's wow. You
Yeah,
definitely got more sun than I did. And I was in
yeah,
the desert, man.
yeah. You were in the desert, and I was in snow, and you should see Aaron. Aaron looks like jolly old Saint Nick.
Oh, that guy. I mean, he's got very, very white, fair skin, so I could only
Yeah, to be
imagine
good.
that.
Yeah, he's borderline a ginger, borderline. So,
Oh, I need to list out my sponsors. Apparently, sponsored by Jess.
it's
Oh,
one hundred
she's looking at
percent
my
by
screen.
Jessica.
My sponsors on my screen. Yeah, there's a lot I need to add to this. I don't know how to update my results MX page though. I'll have to figure that out. But
Well, you better get that figured out.
anyway, last year, my buddy Brian Lampright, one of the
Hmm.
owners of Charge Like Works, a friend of mine
Brian's a
for many,
stud.
many years. Brian's like, dude, we should race the Gypsy Tales 500. There's this podcast called Gypsy Tales that we all love. If you're into moto, you'll love it too. Guys from Australia. He's really awesome. But I'm like, you know what? Sure, why not? I don't even race motocross, but I'm in. It's an 8 hour,
Is it
20-minute
motocross
race.
racing?
So it's like it's down in Mesquite at the Mesquite MX track, but they have you race every single, like you race the vet track, you race the main track, and then you go out into the desert and do this big desert loop.
Ooh.
It's about a 6 to 7 mile track, if I remember right. And it's, dude, it's brutal. Like in the beginning, it's manageable, it's a lot of fun, but then by the end of the day, it's like nasty ruts everywhere, and the sand section is just destroyed. The whoops have gone from little baby whoops to swallow your bike sized whoops, and it was fun. I invited,
I hear a lot of excuses.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of excuses. So last year I was kind of late. I didn't think I was going to race it, and then last minute I told Brian, I'm like, yeah, I'm in, and he's like, well, I already got my team. He's like, you should make a team though, and I was like, well, who's going to be on my team? Like, and he gave me this idea to invite a bunch of my um, like really good motorcycle tour clients. So I called up a couple different dudes, and then I had this local kid from St. George, Isaiah Young, way fast. It's got Bobby from Ohio, and this guy Nick. Where's Nick live? I want to say Connecticut. Yeah. So the three of them come out here. Uh, I got us an Airbnb in Mesquite. We raced the race, and we're crushing it. I mean, I had some really fast guys on my team. We even blew up a bike. That's probably why we got 10th. If we wouldn't have blown up a bike, I bet we would have probably won our class, which was sweet. Um, so I'm like, all right, let's do it again this year. This year, I wasn't really. I probably I could have done something similar. I don't know. At first, we got a bunch of teams, and we're like, all right, how are we going to situate this? And as the year went by, we just kind of forgot about it. In the last moment, though, I'm like, well, Tyson's gonna race my kid. My kid's gonna race. Um, the kid up the street that he's buddies with, he's a motocross racer. I'm like, we'll call him. And then Weldon was supposed to come, but Weldon didn't come. Surprise, surprise,
So,
Weldon.
I mean, are you surprised? Come on, Weldon. What were you doing? He
Yeah,
was dirt bike.
Weldon.
He went snowboarding. He went
Yeah, yeah,
snowboarding.
yep. He did. He'd rather, like, that is weird.
He'd
He'd
rather
rather
go
snowboard
snowboarding than
than
dirt
ride dirt
biking.
bikes.
Dude,
Big
that's
problem.
a crime. That's horrible.
So he was like, "Don't worry,
Weldon, do
I got a
better.
guy for you. I got a guy. His name, this kid CJ comes down. So I got a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 17-year-old on my team. And me is the 41-year-old. Um,
Yeah.
Dude, they're all fast kids. Like, my kid's, he's quick. Max, his friend up the street, he's really fast. And CJ is screaming. Um, Unfortunately, early on in the race, CJ crashed on the big step up. Ended up breaking his humerus right above his
Dude,
elbow.
that hurts. That
I don't
doesn't
know if
tickle.
did I send you the photo?
You didn't send me the photo. You got the photo?
I
Throw the
do have the
photo up.
photo, but I'm not going to throw it up just because I didn't ask him if I could share
That's
it
probably
around.
right. Look at you.
Um,
That's probably right. It's just a broken bone. So what's the worst
it's
could
true,
happen?
but it's
You're not.
gnarly, and he's got to get
It's pretty
surgery.
bad.
Yeah, I'm
See,
bummed. He's got to get surgery.
last time I hit a step up, I didn't. Yeah, it didn't turn out too good for me either. So at the racetrack, so
Yeah, I don't
I can't
really,
say anything.
I don't hit jumps. Like, there's a couple of the jumps out there on the vet track. I'll hit everything on the vet track. Um, on the main moto track, I like half jump the tabletops because another one of my buddies on a different team in practice overshot the finish
Oh
line
yeah,
table, like blew out his leg, so he was on crutches all weekend. Um, I took my
yeah.
trail tech off my bike and I was riding around with Tyson, and I knew Jessica was filming on this one section, and I'm like, I'm
Hmm.
gonna go around him where she's filming and show this kid what's up. We come around this corner, and I literally drove my bike into a sand whoop that was a square, and it just threw me into the handlebars so hard. And my trail tech, you can see the imprint of what you put your trail tech, clip it into.
The trail
I have
tech
an
mount.
imprint of that on my stomach, and it's all bruised and tore up.
So, lift your shirt up. I want to see. shit.
Yeah, dude, it tore into me, man. It was gnarly.
Oh, DJ. Uh,
Killing me, killing me. So that was like practice. So after practice, like we're talking
you're
with
supposed to be
like
racing,
there's four
buddy.
four teams of us all next to each other, all buddies.
Yeah.
And dude, everybody suffered carnage of some sort. But you know, anyway, race happened. Unfortunately, CJ broke his arm really on, so then we only had three riders. Um, Tyson had a bike malfunction at some point, which was a bummer. So we had a little bit of a throttle cable incident with his bike. We got it fixed, but it was like a 30. We were down like 30 minutes on that lap. Um, so yeah, we
So,
just unfortunate stuff.
so 43rd out of how
Mhm.
many, though?
There are
Do you know?
two. Well, in our class, I want to say there was 52 in our
Oh,
class. There's 200 teams overall, which my overall score was 169th. So we we got trashed.
well, hey, look at it this way. There's room for improvement, buddy.
Yeah, I was stoked because there's two. In this 6 mile course, there's an enduro section, and then there's what
Hmm.
they call the chickens track,
Okay.
or no, the scaredy cat lane. Scaredy cat lane. I hit the enduro section every time, so I was proud of myself. You know,
Yeah.
because after a full lap of that, dude, I could not feel my arms or my hands. I'm just like struggling to stay on the bike.
So,
So
so how many laps are you doing before you swap out riders?
we were doing 2 laps. So we were running 12, 13 miles each
Okay.
of nothing but nasty sand whoops.
And
Yeah.
then you switch out. How many times you do that each?
So we ran a total of 28 laps, I want to say.
So is it just like a timed event, and they take your lap count and your
Yeah,
your lap times?
it's 8 hours and 20 minutes. And
Okay.
so however many laps you can do in that time.
Ooh.
Yeah. Dude, there was a guy who
These
soloed
are-
it, who ran as many laps as we did. He soloed it.
Dude, you better pick up your A game. I thought you were like a single track guide.
Yeah,
Like, don't you do this
yeah,
for
I'm a
like a living?
motorcycle guy. I'm not a motorcycle racer.
It's a big difference. It's a big difference.
It was cool though. I worked for the Nitro Circus a long time ago, and one of
Ooh, hey, I
you
saw
know
that.
the founder of the Nitro Circus, Greg Godfrey. I call him my third dad. He was kind of like a father figure to me during the Nitro Circus years. But Greg was there.
While
It was cool to see
you're
that he was
breaking
out
your
there
body.
racing.
That's what it looked like. I saw that picture you posted of you and him, and
And Stu,
it looked
yeah.
like he was all dusty and dirty.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know how many people know this, but he had a record for the Baja 1000. He Ironmanned it in 2006 or seven, I think it was. That year the race was 1,400 miles. I think he was on the bike for like 48 hours or some crap. It was insane.
Dude, that's
But
crazy.
he held the record for longest Ironman um, on a bike in Baja for, I don't know, 17, 18 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I did not know that.
Greg actually got me into racing way back in the day when I was worked for Nitro. I was mostly a street bike rider, and he's like, "Dude, if you're gonna work here, you're gonna ride dirt bikes." So,
Dirt bikes are way better than straight bikes. Like, you know that.
yeah,
You know
it's
that
kind of funny.
now.
I it's kind of funny that Greg ended up happening to be there because when CJ broke his arm,
Mm-hmm.
um, he was like in the truck, and he's getting ready to drive off, and I was talking to his parents and him, and I was like, "Hey, man, maybe it's just dislocated." So when I broke my humerus, Greg actually broke my
Yeah.
humerus. Um, I was laying on the ground like, my arm," and he's like, "Oh, it's just dislocated." And I was like, "This look dislocated." So it was kind of funny because I used that joke. I mean, I in my head I knew what I was talking about, but the parents and CJ had no
Yeah.
idea what I was talking about. But
That's hilarious. Walk
yeah,
it
it's kind
off,
of funny.
buddy.
And I
Just walk
saw
it off.
Greg, and I was like, "Oh, this is like meant to be," you know?
Coming full circle here, buddy.
It is. It
Coming full
is.
circle.
But yeah, it was fun. We finished
Dude,
at
that's
the
sweet.
very end.
The fact you finished is cool, dude. So
Yeah, I felt amazing because in the very end, the finish line was right past the enduro section in the Scaredy Cat lane, and big crowd was there. And I overtook a guy on the very last obstacle. He was kind of stuck on these tires, and I went over. And anyway, I felt like I'd won the race, which was cool.
yeah, but it was quite obvious you didn't, buddy.
Yeah, definitely not. Not even close. Not even remotely close.
Oh shoot! Last year you
Mm,
did so much better, but
we did, man. We had a killer team
oh,
last year.
how did Tyson handle it though? I mean, this isn't his first race. He's kind of done some
It's
others,
not.
right?
Yeah, he, you know, about three quarters of the way through, he's just like, "This is gnarly," and he wasn't having fun at that point, and I'm just like, "Son, racing. I don't in my life, I don't remember a time where I was like, unless I was like racing with some friends on like a small track or something, and we were laughing the whole
Mhm.
time. But any time a competitive race I've ever been in my life, it's I don't remember it ever being fun. Like every Baja I've done when I was, racing stock car, late models, um, motorcycle racing over the years. Even when I raced supermoto and I was like pretty much untouchable in my younger years.
Yeah, your butt off the whole time you're out there,
Yeah.
right?
And so I told him, I'm like, look, man, the racing is fun because I think it's like this challenge. It's something that we have to overcome, and we get to the end of it, and we've completed it, and then it's like that's where the fun is. Then you get to look back on it and be like, man, I got destroyed for the last 8 hours. I'm here, I'm standing, I made it
It's
happen.
the
Like,
sense of accomplishment, right?
yeah, because
Yeah,
and it's kind of funny because for me, I started having fun at the end of the race because I saw dudes. It was the dying hour out there. I'm always talking about the dying hour,
yeah.
and there's this part of the day where men start dying off, and the training that I do is all endurance based. Because I love
Yeah.
racing hard enduro and Baja. I've raced Baja many times, and so you get to that point and you see these guys dying off, and I'm just like, yeah, like, dude, the adrenaline starts flowing in me, and I'm just like loving it. I'm like just passing dudes, clicking gears, and that's where I was like shining, is at the end of the race when everybody else is dying.
Well, you just need to be able to pick up the first part of the race. It sounds like.
It does. I do. I do. I severely sucked at the first part of the race.
Well, but you also had some teammates that had some issues. So
Yeah, it was hard on us. Dude, CJ was laying down pro times.
really,
Yeah,
he was
he's
moving, huh?
fast. Yep.
Till he overshoots a step up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bummer. But
In
it's not.
motocross, though, it's not. It's not if you're going to break bones. It's when and how bad,
Yeah, that's the thing about
right?
moto, man. It's gnarly. Like it really is. And like dudes are coming past you and blowing freaking rocks and all the hell onto you. I mean,
My weekend sounded way better. Sounded way better, by
yeah,
the
I
way.
saw. I mean, what were you doing?
I was snowmobiling. We were teaching an Abbey course up in Alpine, so we didn't have everybody there that we said they said there was going to be there. But I was on the snow, and it wasn't bad because we had some fresh snow come in over the week, right?
Yeah, I saw some videos. It looked good.
Yeah, I even he was even good enough that I pulled out some bow ties and stuff.
Ooh.
One wasn't on purpose. It was kind of like oh crap, you better like do this, or you're gonna be stuck, and I'm not gonna get stuck. So,
Yeah, yeah,
but that was way good. We had a really good group. It was an interesting group when it comes to teaching an avalanche course, right? So
yeah.
we had a mixture of adults and kids. Our youngest was 14 in this group, which was way cool. We had guys that had taken multiple courses. So
Oh,
this was the Snow Devils club, like a
okay.
club deal. It's put on by
Yeah,
the club. The club's taking care of it. Um, in conjunction with BTAC, we were, in a sense, we volunteered for BTAC, and BTAC asked us to volunteer to come up and teach this course, right? Which
Yeah,
was way
that's cool.
cool. Um, some of these guys, like it was their third level one. Some of them had taken a level one with Duffy, taken a rescue course with Duffy. Some of them had taken courses with the Mountain Riding Lab, in which one of the guys actually had taken a course in Togedy with the Mountain Riding Lab. One, Aaron, me and Aaron were helping instruct with the Mountain Riding Lab, and Aaron was one of the instructors up there. So he's like, dude, I recognize you. So that was way cool. So it was really a unique course in that aspect
Hmm.
because you got kind of like some veterans, seniors, guys that had taken all this stuff, had been there through a couple of them, and then you had kids like this is their first interaction, and
Yeah.
then um, kids were kids are hard to teach because their attention span's so short.
Dude. Yeah, try racing 8 hours with kids.
so so like we would be, I'd be like, hey, you two, just go right around for a minute, then come back. We'll finish talking here in a minute because you guys obviously aren't paying attention here, right?
Yeah.
Um, but it was interesting. I think they had a really good time. I had a great time. I mean, 100% of them are riding skidoos. Like I
Smart.
full on asked, I'm like, are you
Smart.
guys like, are the Snow Devils sponsored by Skidoo? Like, what the crap? Like,
Look,
is
man, when you
Skidoo
know a
giving
good
Snow
sled, when your
Devils?
snowmobile club knows a good sled, it's a good snowmobile club to be with.
Yeah, but here's the deal, DJ. Here's the deal. Like, they tried following me. I got them stuck. I had to keep showing them how to ride their snowmobile. I mean, it was like Polaris is in the lead all the time. Just Skidoos were following Polaris around the mountain all
Well,
day
I
for
mean,
two
you were
days.
their guide, so yeah, yeah.
Hey, it's in the details, buddy. It's in the
DJ
details.
says the snow is over. I don't think he likes snow. Dude, I love snow. This is the best time of year, actually. Snowmobiling
So,
and
oh
dirt
yeah,
biking. Snowmobiling and dirt
dude.
biking.
So, anyway, so speaking of that, it is really like this is a great time. Other than
Hmm.
it sucks to keep it like literally on an ice rink in the morning, right? Till the snow softens up. And ooh, what did what did what did Patrick say? I'm interested. What did Patrick say?
Patrick said, "Tell him, DJ, tell the people what you said to me." All right, last week I told Patrick, I was like, "It's done. Hang it up. It's time to go race dirt bikes."
Because you had a race to go on this weekend, right?
It's true, dude. This is a conflicting time of year for me because you got to remember I've already put in. I'm getting close to 100 days in on
Dude,
sleds,
I don't even know. I'd have to go count, but
and
yeah, up there,
so
right?
so yeah, it's like you get to this time of year, and I know that a lot of guys have only they've only ridden a handful of times, but man, I put 2,000 plus miles on mountain riding miles on this year already, and
Yeah,
so I started getting amped up for riding season.
for dirt.
Yeah, for dirt riding season, and this winter's been really interesting because I've done a couple dirt bike tours in the middle of winter. Like in January, I had some. In February, I've had some. March, I have a bunch the rest of the month.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, probably down in St. George, right? So
yeah.
it's like prime dirt biking time down there.
Oh, all he can think about is stupid dirt.
Does Patrick
Dude,
have a
there's a
dirt
lot of good.
bike? Patrick,
Patrick
maybe
does
you should buy
not.
a dirt bike. Well, there you go, Patrick. Maybe get a dirt bike, Patrick, and go dirt biking with
Swing on by
DJ.
the house, and I got some bikes for sale
Yeah, yeah. They're
because
actually be a great starter bike.
everyone else is like, hey, I'll give you two jet skis and $100, or I got a
I'll
19.
give you my clapped out Ford Ranger and my
Yeah,
good looks.
yeah, yeah. It's man,
Um,
what is with marketplace lately?
dude, it's stupid.
DJ is trying to charge me too much.
I don't think so,
I don't think so. The deals I have on
Patrick.
bikes right now are
They're pretty
killer.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would know because one of those is my bikes that I'm like sell for
yeah.
me, DJ. and as long as I get this much out of it, I'm okay. Which is cheap,
Yeah,
cheap.
same. And all the bikes are
So
priced about that.
yeah,
So come on down, come on down.
come grab a dirt
We
bike, Patrick.
we got you a bike.
It is a tough year. Well, so that's like, let's talk about that. So I'm out with the Snow Devils, right?
Hmm.
They're having a good time, and they're like, "Hey, you're coming to the hill climbs this here in 2 weeks, right? Come to the Jackson Hole Hill climbs." And I'm like, "Yeah, I would love to, but that's not going to happen, right? Because I'm either going to be in the field planting wheat,
Yep,
or I'm going to be in Arizona on our property in Arizona, dirt biking and enjoying the sun, because that's where my wife wants to be, right?
yep.
So
I
it's
mean, your
not
wife
a
deserves
matter.
a
Yeah,
vacation, you know?
she just got back from Florida. Just got back from Florida. So, but the kids deserve, and the kids are actually looking forward. All my kids are like, "Dad, when are we going to Arizona so we can dirt bike?" I'm
Yeah,
like, "We just," but at the same time, they're like, "Hey, when are we going snowmobiling again?" It's like, well, we can either go dirt biking or we can go snowmobiling. We don't get to do both right now. We can do both,
yeah.
but you only get to do one at a time. So, what is it going to be? What's it going
Whew,
to be? It's
whew.
tough.
It is tough.
Yeah, see, Patrick's got it figured out. So, um, that's good. But
I mean,
it
what's the
is a
next couple
conflicting
weeks
time.
look like you like? I mean,
For well, so here's let's look at like Stable Mountain. So this coming weekend, we're doing our veterans ride in Island Park.
Patrick. Oh, Patrick.
So we're doing All American Heroes Veteran Ride out of Island Park. Me and Aaron are with Westling's kind of organized it and heads
Oh,
it.
cool.
So we'll be doing that up there. We do it in conjunction with Ride Rasmussen Style under their permit. So I'm sure Jacob will be there and maybe a couple of the other, maybe Casey or somebody will be there, right?
Yep.
Um, and then next weekend, Aaron will be, oh crap, what can't I think of the name right now? But he'll be up in Big Sky teaching a level one in Big Sky, motorized level one
Oh,
in
that's
Big
right.
Sky,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Um, and that weekend is kind of like a gamble for me because if we don't get any more weather coming in, if it doesn't get, we don't get snow or rain, and it stays sunny and warm down here, there's a chance I'm wanting to get into the field
Yeah.
because the sooner I get the crop in the ground, the better crop I'm going to have. Right. So I'm either at least getting stuff ready or the 20th is when spring break starts for my kids. And that goes all the way to the 30th of March.
Yeah.
So they all want to go down to Arizona, which is awesome because we're just down there by Lake Havasu. We can dirt bike. It'll be warm enough. Like it's supposed to be like 78, 80 degrees while we're down
Oh
there.
man, that's nice.
So
Uh,
like we're talking like we might rent a boat and go out on the lake for the day,
yeah.
right? Which is super nice because we've been dealing with cold. And then right now, I just hate it because it's just muddy up here. It's just a disaster, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, so after the weekend of the 20th, depending on whether what we do there, we're hoping like that 28th, 29th, 30th, fingers crossed. We're going to have to put together a snow bike only level one up here
Ooh,
with
that'll
Stable
be
Mountain,
cool.
right?
Yeah,
So
snow
a
bikes need
specific
that.
snow bike course. I don't think anybody's done that yet.
No, it's been
I
asked
haven't heard
for.
of anybody.
I have a
Yeah,
group. Well, I should say there's a timber sled ambassador. Um, Kind of a bummer to hear about timber sled, by the way, but
yeah,
there's an
yeah.
ambassador. She did level two with me last year. And she's been like, dude, we got to put together
Carrie.
and we do. Yeah, Carrie, and we do. We
Yeah.
we definitely need to do that because snow bikers don't come to course. And oh man, I should have documented like all the dumb lines this year I've seen
Oh yeah.
snow bikers
Yeah.
do. I mean, dude, straight up terrain traps like no other. I mean, if the avalanche would have happened, we're talking just straight up buried 10, 20 feet under, you know.
Well, and dude, they mob through the trees in groups like crazy,
That's the thing
right?
they do. There's 10 of them on the hillside at one time. Like,
and they're
That's a
just mobbing.
huge no-no.
And who's watching who, and oh, there's so much going on, right? And
Well, and maybe that's
um,
the problem. Maybe it's a vibe, and they don't want to lose the vibe. You know?
I don't know what it is, but um, no, we need to have it there, and it's great. Like snowmobiling is different than skiing,
Yeah,
but and we've kind of started to finally get this separation of motorized, non-motorized, and that's been happening for the last 10 years, right?
yeah,
And
yep,
really, the last 5 years has been a real big push for the motorized industry.
yeah.
But they're within the motorized industry, like sledders and snowbikers use the terrain differently.
They do. They definitely do. It's a different sport than snowmobiling.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
I got an opportunity to ride a snow bike uh, 2 weeks ago. Had turbo on it, turboed snow bike,
a boosted snow bike,
a boosted snow bike.
dude.
Um,
That's good till
it,
you shift, right?
well, pretty much. Well,
Did
it
it
was
have?
interesting to learn how to control it because so the clutch they had built the clutch so that if you just pull the clutch in a little bit, it bypasses the turbo. It kind of like opened a wastegate, so you weren't on turbo power. So on those low R's and those low, as you're getting going, you can be basically on stock power,
Yeah,
right? And if you pull the clutch all the way in, of course, it works like a clutch, right? So you can like sit there and feather the turbo in and out as you need it. But then it's like, boom, I got turbo power. Oh, shift real quick. Oh, no, I got turbo power. So it was interesting to learn how to ride. But when that turbo kicked in and you were on boost, they were running 10 pounds of boost
oh dang.
on a 450 on a
A
450.
450 will handle that?
Dude, they think their goal is 20 pounds because, quite honestly, it needs it. but, um, and I was on, I'm trying to remember, it was a Timber Slate kit. I want to say it was a Riot 3, but it could have been an Arrow 3. I don't
Yeah.
remember. It was a Timber Slate kit. It was fun as crap, right? But we operate or snow bikers travel through the terrain in a fashion that's different than snowmobilers. And
I dare say
we,
though that they're putting themselves in way more danger than snowmobilers.
I think they think they're not. There's a
Yeah.
lot of thinking in there. I mean, it comes down to conversations I've had with snow bikers too. They're like, God, dude, we're just because they're not like, well, we're not climbing the big Abbey chutes and we're not climbing the big hills. Well, that's true because you can't because you don't got the power to do that.
Hmm.
But they're traversing extremely steep avalanche terrain really quickly on a
Yeah.
side here, right? Just bebopping through that stuff really quick, and they pop out into terrain traps like crazy, just whoop, like it's no big deal,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
They cross
That's
runouts and
I was gonna say
tracks.
I saw some snowbikers drive across the start zone the other day, and I'm like,
Yeah,
and then I asked them, I said, "Hey, you guys read the avalanche report today? I saw you over on this hill over here," and they were like, "Was that a dumb decision?" I'm like, I guess it depends on your risk tolerance. For me, my risk tolerance, the
yeah, yeah.
likelihood of the avalanche versus the scale of the avalanche, yes, in my opinion, that was a dumb decision.
Well, yeah, yeah. Depending on what those consequences were,
Yeah,
right, and what your odds of rolling the dice were, it really determines that, right?
yeah.
But so we've kind of been focused on that. We've taught a level one with a couple snow bikers. Like I actually taught Carrie her level one,
Oh, that's
but
right. Yes, yes, yes.
um,
Yeah,
and but it was her and her husband, and they were the only snow bikers out of like 12 or 13 guys, something like that. Like
yeah.
so, we tried to gear a little bit, and we talked a little bit about the differences between. And then I taught those four snow bikers over in Oregon this year. I've had a couple other snow bikers throughout the years, right? Um, but dude, did you see Mountaintop's little picture that they posted of the snow bike? industry ride that they did in Island Park this weekend?
Uh-uh. I didn't.
Dude, pull that thing up on Facebook.
It's on the Facebook, huh?
Dude, look at it. I mean, it's getting big. I'm pretty sure it was on Mountaintop.
All right. Oops.
Are you finding it?
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember my Facebook
Oh,
password.
let me just blah, 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 blah.
I gotta go on my iPhone and verify.
Oh my gosh, that's stupid.
Someone's trying to log in. Yeah, it's freaking me, okay?
Share. We're gonna share this to DJ. To DJ. I'm sending you the link of the
What's
post.
it? Oh, yeah.
I'm just sending it to you. So now you gotta do
Okay.
is click on under Messenger.
All right. Let
Boom.
me pull this up.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Waiting on your text to come through.
Did it not come through? It went
No,
through.
what's the page? Maybe I can just find it.
Just Mountaintop. Mountaintop Snow Lake. MTNTOP. It went through Messenger, not text, like Facebook Messenger.
Oh, Facebook Messenger. Duh.
Yeah,
Dude, I have like a million
not iMessage.
messages.
I know. There's like six different ones I use depending on who I'm texting. It gets annoying.
Um,
Did you see
no?
it?
Mm-mm.
It's to DJ Osborne. It says you're not active. It's all
Bro, I'm active as all get out.
whatever. Go to Mountaintop Snowbike. Go to their personal. It's like the second or third post.
All right,
I mean,
all right, all right.
they posted a couple,
Is it
but if you
Mountaintop
look at
Snowbike
the
owners? Or is it
no,
just
just Mountaintop Snowbike. It's like at mtntop.sb.
Oh
Got
yeah,
it?
okay. I got it.
Oh, okay. You got it. All right, pull it up, bud.
This photo?
Oh, let me see. Is it the photo? Boom.
Let's click into photos.
Ooh,
You talking about
there we
this
go.
one?
There we go. Nope. Go down. Go down. One more. Go down one more. I mean, well, that's part of it, right? But go down one more.
This one?
Go, nope. Ooh, you got that guy. Look at that.
Just a lot of snowbikers.
Yeah,
And they were probably
yeah.
all on a hill together.
They're probably all bebopping through avalanche terrain together. Actually, I'm hoping to get Alan out on a ride.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's becoming a big sport, a big part of the industry, motorized industry, and they need avalanche education
It
specifically geared
is.
towards them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So our
Yep.
goal is to have that like that first week, for either last weekend of March, first weekend of April, because then the snow's in a condition that they can go somewhere,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
I'm just scrolling
Uh,
through looking at all kinds of
dude, look,
photos.
dude, Mountaintop was like got on it this year.
Yeah, everyone I've talked to that's a snow biker, because I saw some guys down at the race this weekend that are snow
Uh huh.
bikers. And I asked them, I'm like, what do you ride now? They're like, oh, dude, 25 mountaintop, 25 mountaintop, 25 mountain. Like, it's just, it is almost
Yeah,
unanimous between all of them that it's the kit to have right now. They're like, dude, it just spools up so quick, like it moves. Um,
dude, it just works good. I mean, I haven't had a chance to ride it. Hopefully, I get an opportunity to. If I
yeah, I
do, if
mean,
we do these course, I'll be on a mountaintop.
yeah, the last time I rode a snow bike was with my buddy JT Cox. He
Okay.
um he was a Timber Stud ambassador as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think like a Riot 3 is what he had me ride last time. I can't remember. It's been a minute, but it
Dude, look at that. Look how good that looks.
does, you know. As a hardcore motorcyclist, a lot of people are shocked that I don't have a timber sled or Snow
It
bike. Sorry.
it's just so hard to when you come off a snowmobile that's got 190 horse from the factory at all elevations to go get on a dirt bike that's going to have 46 horsepower.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's just tough, man. Like, and once you like figure out how to ride a snowmobile, like properly ride a snowmobile, dude, you
Yeah.
know, it's tough.
Yeah, you get good at it. It's hard to be like, yeah, let's go get a snow bike and ditch this thing.
Yeah.
But I think there's going to be like I would love to get to a point where I've got one for certain days. Like I like April time would be freaking money.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I have an electric bike, and I've been thinking about putting a kid on it,
Yeah,
just to see what's up.
dude, it'd be sweet to see how long that Arctic leopard would last.
Yeah. It'd be, it would. I haven't seen anything out of the Stark owners yet, any like real range, ride time kind of thing. I mean,
There's some videos out there though, right?
there are videos, there are guys out riding it. And if you think about it, I mean, it's kind of perfect scenario because you have shift gears. You're not losing horsepower at elevation, so it just kind of makes
Yeah.
sense on the electric side of things.
Honestly, that would be the way to go if they could get it dialed. Range is going to be
Yeah.
the killer.
Yep.
So that would be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah.
But so, well, what's your schedule look like though? You got a bunch of dirt tours this week or this month or what?
Yeah. So tomorrow I'm on the snow. Tuesday, Wednesday I'm on dirt.
You and Steve still going out tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow Steve and I are riding. Um, and Emmy,
Mm,
Patrick wants to come. We'll
Ryan wants
see.
to come.
Ryan, you should definitely come down.
My boost is broke.
Um, but then this weekend I have an avalanche course. I only
Ooh,
had with some issues with the course that was going to happen this past weekend. Obviously, I wasn't there, and some other stuff came up. But we got a motorized course coming up this weekend. Kind of got brought on when I was at uh, the Alpine Assassins movie night
oh,
with the Utah
at
Avalanche Center this
Broovies?
past weekend.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Thursday, or was it Thursday? Yeah, it was Thursday.
Thursday
Thursday night we went.
went
I
to
gave away
Broovies. Okay.
four. Yeah, at Broovies. We
Uh,
used to do this early season near the snow show with
if
Boondockers
my
every
wife
year.
wasn't in Florida, I was thinking about coming down to that just
Yeah,
because for to reminisce.
dude, it was cool. I would say we're like three-quarters of the way there, having all the seats filled. Um, maybe a little less, but there's
Any of
quite a few
the
people there. And
any of the people that used to come to the Boondocker stuff?
dude, I saw Fatty and Nick Reedy. I haven't seen those guys
What?
forever. Yeah,
They
it was
came?
it was
Dude,
cool.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, really cool to
Gardeners
see
show
them.
up?
Craig Gordon came.
Awesome.
Sugi, the Sugi's
Oh, Randy was there.
Randy
Sweet.
and his boys. They obviously put the whole thing. I mean,
Uh-huh.
they showed the video and helped make it all happen with the UAC, um, which it was great to see those guys as well. Yeah, I
Dude, that's
mean,
awesome.
it was good, man. It was like, man, we really need this. It's good for the local Utah Avalanche Center. We should be doing this with all the Avalanche centers. I have some ideas around that maybe for next season. We'll have to talk
Okay.
about more offline, but
Dude,
um,
I'm all, where we stand on that. Like, we're all in.
but I had one of my guide clients. He showed up with his boys, and he's like, "DJ, I'm trying to give you money to do a class. Like, what's up?" And so I was like, "Well, let's look at the calendar right now and put something down." So basically came down like, all right, this next weekend we'll do it because I'm free this next weekend, and I have a motorcycle race the following weekend. With the Knowles Sprint Enduro going on. Really
Uh-huh.
like that race because I get to race it with my kid. But if you it's this is a public course, he said, yeah, invite people. So if you guys want some, kind of end of season training, I got a course going on this weekend. You're gonna hop on the Mountain Slayerz website here, click on clinics and courses. This will pop up. It's this March 15th 16th, area one. We'll have an online class portion the 14th, the night of the 14th, so Friday night. Um, and then, yes, Saturday, Sunday we'll be on the snow. And
Dude,
then,
that'll be good.
yeah, then we move on to next weekend, which, well, next week,
Oh,
it's a mix of like, I think, again, dirt bike tours, snowmobile tours. Like, both things happen in next week. And then, yeah, Knoll Sprint Enduro.
okay.
Um, and
Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out.
I can't I think that kind of rounds out the month. I think we're heavy into dirt bike tours the following week.
Well, I mean, you get
Oh, it's
starting
Weldon's
into
birthday
April, it's hard to
weekend.
do snow. Whose
Weldon's
birthday
birthday
weekend?
weekend is the last weekend of
Ooh.
March.
What are you gonna do for Weldon's birthday?
He has a trip planned to Moab.
Ooh, he hasn't said anything about that. I'll be planting wheat, so or I'll be in
Yeah,
Arizona. So other
I
than
know.
I've I've thought about coming back from Arizona a couple days early and maybe riding Green River.
Yeah, to say we have the well this week. I mean, if you don't have anything going on Tuesday, Wednesday, we're riding Green River.
Are you?
Yep.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Green River.
Yeah. So tomorrow on the snow with Steve, and then Tuesday, Wednesday we're on the dirt.
Dude, I got to get stuff ready to plant. I want him. I really want him. I
See,
want to
speaking of Green
try to
River, we
figure.
got the Green River Dirt Bike Rally coming up too.
Yeah, that's in like
April
a month,
10th and
right?
12th. I drew
Like
some
a
good
month away.
straws. I've been, down there guiding the last few years, donating my time to guide.
Dude,
And they gave me really awesome stuff this year. This year, I'm going to do the Woodside Advanced Ride, and I'm going to do 5 miles of hell. So sign
yeah.
up.
If I can get the green in the ground in time, I'll come down.
Yeah.
I'll bring
And
my boys
then
with me too.
we're bringing a bunch of electric bikes down as well to do
Ooh,
demos. And we'll do those in the evenings, all the nights we're down there. So yeah, good times though. Should be good. And that kind of puts us into April, mid-April. But
when are you starting this course? This avalanche course this weekend?
um,
Friday, Saturday,
yeah. So
Thursday,
Friday
Sunday?
Friday evening we'll do the online portion. There's a little Zoom call. We got, I should say, Google Meet
Okay.
call. I like Google Meet, and then on the snow Saturday, Sunday.
Do you realize it's supposed to snow over there Wednesday, Thursday,
Uh-huh.
Friday,
Yeah.
and potentially Saturday
Oh yeah. It's
and
the snow's pretty
Sunday?
killer. Snow's pretty killer in Utah right now. And it's staying cool. It's not getting hot. The only thing that
Oh
sucks is we had
man.
some high winds today, 30-mile-per-hour winds. Um, and yes, although I was racing dirt bikes this weekend, I was still checking in on the forecast. I was still looking at the weather. Um, I like to know what's
So
going on.
let's talk about that. Let's
Yeah.
talk about that. We've got like things are changing. Avalanche hazards are changing. How we need to ride changes, right?
Yeah, like I'm gonna pull up UAC. We'll talk about this accident actually that happened the other day.
Yeah, somebody died
Um,
yesterday, 2 days ago.
but in my zone, things have gotten kind of complex all over the place. We got likely avalanches, failing on fastest up to 4 feet deep. It's possible we can trigger an old lingering wind drift or loose snow slough during spring-esque like days. Yeah, and we did have an avalanche fatality this weekend. Um, Pretty big guy. He was 2 to 4 feet deep, 150 feet wide, and this is at 10,200 feet. Um, but
He was out
I'll,
skiing by himself, right?
yeah, he rode his timber sled up and unhooked his skis and went for a little ride, and unfortunately, not a good outcome. Something I've been wanting to talk about with the avalanche stuff is likelihood and size. And this is why I always encourage our students, like, yo, you guys have to read the avalanche report because we talk about likelihood and
Yeah.
size, and obviously location. Slab
Yeah.
avalanches are the number one killer of, snowmobilers, as far as avalanche problems go. The location we're finding these avalanches too is, oh man, it's like you gotta be very careful. South and southwest is the only place we're not finding them. But the elevation bands in which people here in the Uintas ride is mid and upper elevations. Nobody rides lower
Yeah.
stuff. It's just there's no snow there. Um, but man, the likelihood is likely the size is medium, which is a D3 avalanche. What's how big's a D3 avalanche? What kind of destruction can that do?
Freaking wipe out a car, a vehicular.
Vehicular car. It can knock
Well, let's
it can knock a wood
knock a
frame
house
house
off its
off its
foundation.
foundation. So
Yeah.
imagine that. Imagine an avalanche that's big enough to
Uh,
knock a house off its foundation.
so, do you want to see what one of those looks like right now? They had
Yeah.
one, a D3, up in Togety.
Ooh.
So you
Yeah.
said you can do video, right?
Yeah. We can do video.
We can do video.
Hmm.
Check this out. I'm going to send you. You want me to send it via text, or how do you
Yeah.
want me to
Text me
send
it.
it?
Yeah.
Text it. Check this video out. We were on the snow with Gabby from BTEC
Yeah.
today, um, with on our level one, and she's like was talking about this avalanche they had over in Togety a couple weekends ago. It's been or almost a month now, but over on oh freaking what mountain's that? Um Lava, off of Lava Mountain. Do you know where
Yeah.
Lava's at? Right?
Yep.
Dude,
All right. This is rolling.
check this thing out. Assuming people can hear it.
Yeah.
Liberty
Hopefully people
Bibberty.
can hear it.
Liberty Bibberty. Yeah. Like,
Oh, let me replay that.
Liberty Bibberty.
Oh, now
Yeah, you can hear it.
I gotta go back. How do I go back?
How do you restart that?
It was so
Uh-oh.
quick.
It's not a quick movie. You did something.
I did something wrong. Yeah, I hit.
You hit a you hit a button wrong. Behind the scene. It's a minute and 9 seconds long. How that took 30 seconds.
I don't
If
want to
that
hear
oh
it.
there we go.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
Hmm. Wow. Crown is huge.
That's a D3. Like, goo.
Wow. Wow. Dude, that's huge, man. That's massive.
That's a big freaking. That's a D3 avalanche. That's
Yeah.
what's coming after at you when you trigger a D3 avalanche,
So
and that's what you guys have down in Utah right now.
I was gonna
Possibility.
say it's likely, and that's the size of it.
It's likely.
Yes, likely.
Where? Where's it? But where does it lie? Where does it lie?
It is on west to southeast aspects on mid and upper elevations.
So, and then in later in the day, you probably on the other aspects have a wet loose problem or something, or
Let's cruise down and see. We got wind drifted snow. That's a problem on um, on the south side
west
of the
to northeast.
companies, and
Oh,
also fully around the upper elevations on all aspects.
wind loaded on those aspects. That's weird. That's not normal. That's not a normal wind loading. This
That is,
this so
dude, I just found, oh yeah, this is cool. Wait. I'm gonna move our videos up here
and then we go down below.
and I can make
Says
this
it's
screen even bigger.
ooh. We like bigger.
There we go. Learning new stuff every day.
That's just a massive slide, DJ. Like that is oh man. The possibility, the consequence level going into to that, right? So that's gonna be the Uintas. I'm assuming you pulled that up. And it's
Yeah, this is the
considerable.
Uintas. Yep.
Considerable. Who wrote the forecast today? Craig or
Andy.
Andrew? Andy wrote it, huh?
Yep.
Um, dude. And he's got photos of avalanches 2 to 4 feet deep, 150 feet wide off of Hoyt Peak. Oh, this is the one that the guy died on.
Yeah, so let's go look at this, right? The Hoyt Peak Avalanche. This is Saturday.
Yeah,
A 43-degree slope, so that's definitely prime avalanche territory.
that's steep, buddy. That's where that
Unintentionally
lives.
triggered. It was a hard slab, uh, persistent weak layer, right? It fell on facets. It was 3.5 feet deep, 150 feet wide. It ran 1,000 feet vertical. One
Dude.
person caught, one person carried, one person buried fully, and one person killed. And we can see here the skier entered here up at the top,
Okay.
was found buried 1,000 feet down below. I know exactly where this is.
Well, so he's by himself.
Hmm.
He rode to the top on his snow bike. He bails off onto his with his skis, gets caught, runs through all those freaking trees, ends up 1,000 feet, 1,100 feet below the crown.
Yeah,
He's by himself. He's got zero chance of survival.
yeah,
Zero. Like
yeah.
he
It
can't even be
sucks.
like, well, a buddy could dig me out.
Yeah, I
Why?
wonder how it was even. Because I'm out racing this day. I have no idea what's going on. Um, okay, it
He
looks
had
like
to.
there was a report at 5 p.m. Adult male skier who had not returned home as expected. The individual is believed to have been skiing alone in the backcountry. So SAR was immediately deployed and initiated coordinated search. Due to hazardous and ineffective search conditions, SAR commanders made the decision to temporarily suspend the search late on March 7th, with plans to resume operations at sunrise. Um, Search efforts resumed at first light on March 8th. During the initial search, SAR teams identified an area where the avalanche had recently occurred. Um, Basically, they brought in UAC to make sure things were safe for them to go in. And I think here is where you can see them um, digging him out. Yeah, dang, dude, that's a big slope. He entered from up here on the
That
ridge. Man,
so I'm assuming they he had a transceiver on, maybe.
yeah,
Doesn't
maybe.
um
Let's see. I mean, I would
on
assume
skiers.
he did because it sounds like he was very well known in the community here. I didn't know him,
Hmm.
personally.
Dude, it
But it
blows my
sounds like,
mind when I see that. Blows my mind when
yeah,
I see. So on the way out from Squaw yesterday and today, yesterday we came across the sled, and it was like a unique sled. It had this like weird box built on the rear part of the tunnel, and I'm like, what is that for? Well, as we
yeah,
came out today, there's this old school hippie looking dude, just like snowboarder, skier guy, and his dog
hmm,
was. He built this little box on the back of his tunnel of his sled for this dog, right? And
yep,
he's going up into the bowls above Squaw and skiing, him and his dog.
yeah.
all by himself. That's it. Like,
Dude, there's a lot of guys. I mean, we had this would mark the third fatality just in Utah this year of
yeah,
solo adventure. I
yeah,
mean, if
yep, yeah.
I'm not gonna say I've never ridden solo because I have ridden solo plenty in my days, but the decisions that I make those days don't involve um, avalanche
Putting
terrain.
you
I
in
should
risk.
say.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, the risk of me getting stuck, having to dig myself, that's the risk, right? But never avalanche terrain. It's just not something to mess around with when
yeah.
you're by yourself, you know?
It's not worth the risk,
Yeah,
right?
it's not, man. I mean, at least I don't think so. I've never seen a line out there that I was like, yeah, dude, like if I die riding this line, it's totally gonna be worth it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's never happened, you know?
that's just crazy, man.
Yeah.
Can't do.
I forgot what was I was gonna look I was looking for the forecast that day. Um, I don't see it though.
Well, things are changing up, right? Avalanche conditions are changing. I mean, we went from a storm slab problem to the next day a wet loose and wind
Yeah.
loading problem to, you know what I mean? Like this time of year, it can change. I mean, it can change during the day, but it's changing every day,
I was gonna
right?
say, yeah, just a week ago, man, we had wet problems, you know, sun
Yeah,
affected problems. Um, it's just it's wild how quick it can change, and that's why it's so important to track the weather.
yeah. No, we got to track it, man. So,
Yep,
well, I wish I could come ride with you and Steve tomorrow. Like,
I
like
do too. I do too.
I just know that I don't have the time to get put together and get ready to get down there in time. And I've got to change grain bins. We got to switch augers around. My gosh. So I'm gonna miss out again.
Yeah, tomorrow is gonna be fun. Steve, Emmy, and I we're all gonna be talking about August, the month of August. We are
I
going
know.
to Chile to ride snowmobiles, and we
Worst
are going
time of
to
year for me.
invite a bunch of you to come with us. So
That's gonna be
hopefully,
awesome.
yeah, we got a
If
couple
I
guys
if
from
I come, do I got to ride a
Texas.
skidoo?
Um, yeah, yeah, that's all we have
Maybe
in
maybe I'll reach
Chile.
out to this Polaris and they'll shoot me down one.
I heard a rumor that Caleb Kasurki is going to Chile
He
this
is.
August as well, and
He
that
is.
he has shipped him and the Andy Snow guy two Polarises.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Maybe I'll win the Arctic FX Chile ride with that Caleb.
You know, want to know something super awesome about who I'm going with though?
What?
He is the first and only professional avalanche trained guide in Chile.
Yeah. Emmy's a stud. The
Yeah,
fact that the time
yeah.
he's had to dedicate to do that is freaking awesome. And he's such a good guy. Dude, he's
He
such a good guy.
he has spent this whole winter with me, shadowing courses. He went and took his Pro One, crushed it, passed. Um, yeah, he's a freaking badass. And
I
so
know.
now there's just it's like when you're going to travel into another country, into the unknown, into areas that do not have forecasting. Um, for from what I understand, there's no real forecasting down there. Uh, you're going to want to be with a guy that's got, you know, professional training when it comes to avalanches, and you know,
Dude, he
really
wants to
honors
get
your
courses
guide.
going on down there, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's one thing we're going to do. I think my trip's going to be a little longer than Steve's trip, so that I can teach a course while I'm there.
I mean, we're talking about teaching the locals,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I'm going to
We're
teach the
not talking about
locals.
bringing guys from up here down there. We're talking
No,
about teaching locals.
yeah, so Emmy and I'll teach the locals, and then um,
How cool would it be though if we could set up teaching courses down there in August so that they're already ready come October, November when the snow starts to stack up here?
Yeah, that would
Like
be
have like a
pretty
little
rad.
refresher, a level one refresher down there. Get your game on.
Yeah, I'm excited because normally I feel like when I go into the season here, I'm like, yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. I'm just finally getting to the point where I feel comfortable riding the snowmobile.
Yeah,
Uh, no, that's gonna be cool, man. That's awesome.
yeah,
And Emmy's a stud,
he is.
but maybe next time you guys go out on the snow, I'll be able to go ride with you guys.
I hope so. We need a
I mean,
day
you
out
guys
on the
need to have a
snow.
Polaris in there to get you guys into the cool shit
We got
and
to see how
have a
well
good
this Slayerz
time.
does, and
We really need to compare the Polaris. Maybe I get a 26. Maybe I can get a 26 and I can come down and ride with Steve on his 26 because he's got one. You know he
Uh,
does, right?
he doesn't.
What?
No, no.
Steve doesn't got a 26? Well, maybe you need to send this to Skidoo. I'll
Do
send
we've
it to
been asking?
Polaris.
I've been asking him. I'm like, dude, come on, ask Peter, dude. You know?
Get a 22 or get a 26 so you can have that, what is it, 32-inch front end because
Uh
you
huh.
guys got to get it narrower so you can hang. And then I'll get a 26 Polaris and we'll both just come down there. We'll like meet up and we'll have comparison videos.
Yeah, we're in.
We'll see
I
if you
mean, all
guys
that
can
they did
hang.
to the
We'll see if you
Polaris
can
though
hang.
was add cool new colors.
Because Skidoo's still catching up. They had to narrow stuff up, had to redo their steering. They had to redo the whole rear suspension on the one, and they do the rear whole front end on the other. But you can't get the new rear end and the new front end on the same sled. That doesn't make any sense.
Uh, uh,
Canadians, that's how they work. Whatever, dude.
well, I mean, you could be riding a Polaris from 22. It's been the same sled, you know.
Freaking just works.
It just
When you
works.
guys it just works, you guys
Yeah.
catch up.
Yeah, the number of times that my boost just worked.
Mine just works. Mine just works.
Uh,
I broke a ski bolt this weekend, dude, but the sled ran phenomenal.
that's
In fact,
scary.
I thought about riding. I thought about riding it with the broken or the shock bolt, right? So it's a shock
Yeah,
bolt that mounts to the lower A arm. And I'm like, I could just put it into party mode and don't even need skis.
it's true.
I
The
could have.
scary
I
thing
could
though
have. I
is
could
that
have.
happened to you, so it's probably happening to a bunch of other people. So we'll probably start getting
No,
recall
because I was
notices.
bombing that trail out, dude. I almost, if it wasn't for the Thomas skid, I would be dead. I'd be dead. Like honestly,
I
because
mean,
I was, you know how those shortcuts get up squat,
I do,
right?
I do. Yep.
And I was bombing that trail out, and I went, oh, I'm gonna die. And then Thomas skid was like, oh, we'll get you back under control real quick. And my front end with the exit shocks were like, and and then I come around and I'm on this flat trail, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, so
Dude, that Thomas skid though, if you guys haven't ridden one of those,
they got him for the skidoo, dude. You
dude,
need to get one
they
on yours. Ooh.
seriously one of the most comfortable snowmobiles I've ever ridden.
And they have them for the new Catalyst. And I hear like the Catalyst is money
Yeah,
because they can take because the Catalyst is still using the Alpha track, and the drivers are in the center,
yeah,
and so they can take the rails and they can move the rails up,
mm,
and they don't hit the drivers.
yeah.
And so talking to Tapio, well, I got it from somebody else who was talking to Tapio that's got it on there.
I got it from a
Okay.
guy who knows another guy
Well, I
that
can't tell you
knows.
who because, well, so talking to Boondocker, who just got done building Tapio's Catalyst with the Boondocker Turbo Kit on it, he's got the Thomas kit on that Catalyst, and he's like,
Mm,
it is freaking money. So if you got a Catalyst, Thomas Skid, get it. Telling you.
okay, okay.
They also do it for a Skidoo, which might probably like if you had the new front end. So on the you have to get the Expert to get the new front end,
Yeah, the Expert has the 32.
but this Summit X has the new rear end.
Yes,
Yes.
correct.
Yeah. See this
But
Polaris
here's the
boy?
deal. Here's the deal,
So
though.
whoa, whoa,
The
whoa, whoa.
Expert, what the Expert is, the that's what they already did. They redid the skid in the
Okay.
Expert. Like
Okay.
when we got
But
it
if you want to
new.
hang, if you but if you want to really get that Expert to ride, put a Thomas skid in it. Then
I don't know
if they
yet because I
did
hadn't
that,
ridden one yet. I
if
haven't
they
ridden one,
did that, well, you know it would work good.
but
It's the
but
Thomas skid. If
I like the skid in the Expert a lot. I like it a lot.
do you? So do
I
I.
do. Yeah.
It's actually one of the best riding skiddies I've ever rode. But but if you were to put the Thomas skid in that with the new 32 front end,
Yeah.
dude, you could follow me. You could. There's a chance. You now
There's
have
a
a chance.
chance. So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, 1 in a million, buddy. One
Yeah.
in a million. Uh, so
We should do another segment where we talk about snowmobile technology like that. Kind of
okay.
show off some stuff because it would be cool to kind of show off those skids, you know.
Oh
But
yes. Well, buddy, it's late and I
it
want to
is
go to
late.
bed. I'm
I
tired.
gotta go to
So
bed. I gotta
you
ride
got to
Steve
get up if you're
tomorrow.
going to go ride with Steve tomorrow.
And I already hurt. My body already hurts. So
Yeah, because you ate handlebars and a trail tech to the gut.
uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I
Go
did.
get that. Maybe Jessica will give you a little bit of a rub down, make you feel better. Jump in your hot tub, make your
Ooh.
belly get all black and blue. Because now, all right, buddy, it's been good. It was good talking to you.
Okay.
Hadn't talked for a while.
I know.
Hopefully, next time you do better at the racetrack.
I hope so. Two
All right,
weeks,
dude.
redeem myself again. So
Okay.
okay.
Well, you're
I'll
gonna
see you
be
guys
yeah.
later.
We'll talk to you later, man. See ya.